If you think you're not earning enough money to bother having a money system because it all goes out on bills anyway, then you need to watch this video, because I'm going to give you 3 amazingly powerful reasons as to why you absolutely need to start putting a money system together and using it right now. See, a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that having a money system and, distributing your income and giving every dollar a job to do is just for those people who've got plenty of money to spare so that they can, reach their financial goals, pay off their debt, start investing, and so on. But this is a habit that actually, the sooner you start, the better. And the sooner you start, the quicker it will help you move forward financially and get out of a situation that you might be in where it feels like all the money that's coming in is just going out on bills. So what's the point of having a system anyway? For me personally, what is now known as the magnetic money system actually started when I was a broke single mum. That was the inception of it, because I needed to make every dollar count. I literally had weeks where I would worry that I couldn't pay the rent or wouldn't be able to put food on the table. And so it was really critical that I was on top of my finances and I knew how much money was available and what my priorities were. But it goes way beyond just survival, because actually starting to get on top of your money and taking control of it and knowing what is going on is actually the beginning of you getting out of a jam and moving forward financially, creating financial stability, and then eventually financial security and wealth for yourself. So having a system for your money is actually a habit you want to get into as early as possible, because if you get into bad habits when you have little money, you will take them with you when you have more money. And it's actually much more difficult to get out of a bad habit and into a good habit than just to start with a good habit and continue it. So the very first reason why you do want a money system now, even if you feel like you're a little bit living hand to mouth, is that number one, it's important to get into good habits early. Now, the other thing is that by having a money system in place, it actually allows you to plan for those bigger expenses and to break them down. So let's use the example of your car. Say that once a year, your car needs a thorough service and new tires, and it costs you, say, $1,000. Now, if you don't plan for that, then your car's suddenly desperately needing servicing and new tires, otherwise you can't get the kids to school and you can't get around. It's going to be a really stressful situation. But if you break it down because you have a money system, then it's actually only $20 a week you need to put aside. And in return, you get that amazing peace of mind and that ability to just say, oh, my car needs servicing, the time has come, great, I've got the money for that available. And that makes a huge, huge difference to your stress levels and to your ability to then, keep just doing life, which allows you to keep working your business and continue getting the money flowing in. Now, there are, of course, then, also things like your tax bill and other big annual type of expenses. And so the second reason why you want that money system sooner rather than later is because you avoid future pain by tracking and smoothing your cash flow now. And that is exactly what the magnetic money system in particular is designed to do, and what any good money system should do for you. Right, let's move on to the third reason why you want a money system in place sooner rather than later, and especially if you feel like, oh, I don't really have that much income, it's just all going out on bills. And that is that it actually lets you know what the real gap in your income is. And it's often a lot less than you think, because we tend to worry and catastrophize. So it lets you know what the real number is. And then you can actually plan your business income streams to ensure you meet that income goal. So your money plan actually then gives you your income goal for your business, for first of all, just your, what I call your baseline income, where just the bills are being paid, tax money is being put aside and everything keeps ticking over. But, there's not really a lot of extra room for wealth creation or huge amounts of fun. But it lets you know what that baseline income target in your business is. And then you can set other targets that include things like this is the wealth I want to create, and this is what I'm going to do it, or this is the extra lifestyle upgrades I want, and this is how much it's going to take to do it. So it gives you the ability to then have that income goal for your business and to actually sit down and plan your business income streams and do your business planning to say, well, okay, what am I going to do to generate this amount of income? If you know that your business needs to bring in X amount of dollars every single week so that it can pay its tax, pay its expenses, and pay you what you need to pay your personal bills, then you can sit down and plan exactly how you will generate that baseline income so that you know that's covered. And that's what the magnetic money system actually does for you. And in the magnetic money system bootcamp, we help you put all of that together. I'll put the link for it in the description below this episode if you want to go check it out. Now, another good place to start is with the free workshop that helps you organize and tidy your banking, because that is actually step one. We want to get those foundation pieces in place and make sure that your money actually has, a good home and all the right infrastructure in place for it to be able to do what it needs to do for you. And I do actually have a free workshop that you can jump into to do that. It is called Organize and Tidy Your Banking. Think about it as Marie Kondoing your finances so you can experience the joy of becoming magnetic, except it's a whole lot more fun than just a bunch of rolled up socks and jocks. And here's a couple more episodes that you might want to check out next. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time, because abundance is an inside job, but there are some things we have to do on the outside to help it flow. See you soon. Bye for now.